Welcome to my first ever solo hike. I used to walk absolutely everywhere by myself, I used to live by myself, but yeah, never actually hiked out in nature by myself, so really looking forward to it. Kind of apprehensive. Yeah, quite nervous actually, I don't know why. Can't believe I've never hiked on my own before. There's a bit of road to trek at first, so I think I'm gonna get that out of the way and then start properly filming, but yeah, just thought I'd start off the video with this nice little backdrop. Bit scared to do it on my own. Well, I guess you're with me, so that'll definitely make me feel better. Yeah, off we go. Okay, we made it to the first stile, so now I feel like we're actually on. Oh, now I feel like we're actually on a hike. Obviously the road is right there, but this side looks way more like nature. How fun is that? It's a bit magical, isn't it? Look at this bridge. This is like bridge to Terabithia vibes, although I guess they didn't have a bridge. There's not much water underneath me, but it's fun to have a little water feature regardless. Right, where am I actually going? Forward. Oh, cool! Sorry if it's really windy, but I'm not sure if you can see, but look at all of the birds down there. That's so nice. I love nature. I think it's such a shame that I'm so scared to like do this by myself. Because it's so nice to see that. And it's just a shame because I think the only reason I'm really scared to do this by myself is potentially seeing other people. Like, how picturesque. It's tranquil, apart from me. I'm not nervous because, you know, I might get lost or get attacked by bears. We don't have bears here. We don't really have anything particularly dangerous apart from maybe those geese over there. They can get a bit aggy, but I'm literally just scared of other people, which might seem silly, but you know, you see stories on the news all the time. But I would like to think that it's less likely out in nature than it is in a city, so I'm keeping that in my mind to stop myself from getting scared. This is fun. I'm off-roading. This is a fun little route. Hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just working myself up in my head. And, you know, I'm hoping the longer I spend out in the wilderness on my own, the more I'll realise that it's a lot less likely for something bad to happen. But yeah, we'll see. I'm still a bit anxious, but it was nice to see all those birds. A good view always calms me down. Makes it worth it. Okay, so I feel a bit, not silly, but yeah, I guess silly is the word, for being nervous to hike on my own. Because I see YouTube videos all the time that's like backpacking on my own for the first time, and that actually seems like, you know, something dangerous, I guess. Well, look at this. Nice little babbling brook. How cool's that? Sorry, let's just have a little interlude to enjoy this. So look, why am I scared? That's lovely. But yeah, I feel a bit silly because backpacking is actually scary. You have to stay there at night time. You know, you're having to go to sleep. It's just more nerve-wracking. But I don't know, just something about being in the middle of nowhere by yourself. I think that's always going to be a bit nerve-wracking, but I think practice makes perfect. Obviously though, I'm not too far from civilization. Like, there's a lot of bridges. Literally a brick bridge here. But yeah, I'm starting off slow. I think this route goes more into the actual peaks. Where am I? Oh, I think I was meant to cross the river because something tells me that's not meant to be walked across by normal people. So, already having navigational challenges, but I'm going to be honest, guys, I blame you because I'm spending time talking to you instead of looking where I'm going. Is this the bridge? This doesn't seem sturdy, but I guess we'll give it a go. What's Old Trail saying? Yeah, apparently that's it. This is kind of scary. I feel like I'm on an adventure now. That was fun. Okay, I'm back on track now. But yeah, I picked this route because my boyfriend dropped me off and he's going to see one of our friends in the nearest town. So I haven't actually done this trail before, which maybe is a bad idea for my first solo hike, but we've got a drop-off zone at the end. Oh, sorry, a pickup zone. I don't like repeating trails that often, unless it's to show someone else a trail that I like. I don't know, it just feels right to go somewhere new. I'm out of breath already. Oh God, it's muddy. I might not have the right footwear for this. What's the best way to avoid this bit of bog? Let's go this way. Oh no, my foot sunk. There was definite sinkage. To be honest, these shoes are still muddy from the last time that I went on a hike, and my foot was fully submerged. Pretty much the same here. That is a muddy shoe. But you know, that's literally what hiking shoes are for. There's no point keeping them pristine. Alright, so where are we going? Fun little walk the plank moment. Okay. I hear bikes. Why am I'm so scared of the prospect of seeing other people, even though I see other people every day. Okay. They're not here, but I've got to walk through this big bridge. You know what, it's actually a bit chilly. I thought it was going to be warm and sunny today, but yeah, a bit breezy. I might have to I only brought a pack away waterproof jacket because there was like 0% chance of rain. which is rare for the UK, I feel, but I might regret that decision. Okay, left we go. Still in civilization, back on a road, unfortunately. But yeah, weirdly I feel safer seeing someone on the road here than in the sticks. I don't really know why. Everyone's always lovely on a hike, but I think I'm always just going to think of the possibilities. My God, it's a pheasant. I only ever see these when I'm in the car. They're so cool looking. Hell yeah. I never know what side to walk down these roads because there's a little bend. I don't want to be walking towards something that can't see me, but I guess you don't also want something coming up behind you that you can't see. I don't know. I pick and choose. Walking towards the hills. Woohoo! Proper Black Beauty vibes. Wow. She slayed. I would love to try and entice her over, but I'm allergic to horses. Like, even just smelling her in the wind, I'm like, my brain is gonna think I'm getting exposed to some kind of neurotoxin. That's where we're going. I'm loving the sound of this water, but I already need to pee, and I've only just really started. Some nice sheep back there too. Don't know if you can see, but yeah, we've got another cool bridge to cross, so over we go. Hope I don't drop you. Lovely. Now watch says left, but it's kind of ominous looking fence. Or gate, sorry, looks enticing. This is what the watch is saying. Not sure if you can see. I'm going to try and avoid this bog as much as possible. There's a really handy, handy but not secure plank. Oh my God. I made it. Don't worry, sheep, I'm not invading. I think it's through here. There is a sheep on the other side. So I want to upset them because obviously it's lammy season. Okay, I'm unsure of something, and that's kind of when being alone is the scariest. I'm in this field and obviously it's spring. There are lambs around, specifically one right there, which keeps making noise, and I really just don't want to scare it, so I think I am going the right way, but I never know if it's actually legal to walk through farmers' fields or not, but I'm just going to try and avoid that little baby. Let it do its thing. Okay, good, it's running the other direction. Don't want to upset it, but also I really hope I'm going the right way. I'm 90% sure it's the right way. It's the right way on the map, but whether it's the right thing to walk through here is another question. I'm just going to try and disturb it as little as possible. I think I'm nearly there, like that's what it says on the map, but there's a lot of babies there. That's what I have to walk through, which probably isn't a big deal, but I think there's a way to go back onto the road and then go around that way. So I'm actually going to go back the way I came to avoid all of them because I love animals so much and I don't want to cause them any distress. So yeah, I've looked on the map, there seems to be a little cut through. So I'm going back to the road, and while it's not as picturesque a walk, I feel better about the decision. These adult sheep, they're chill. They do not care about me. A quick glance, that's all I get. And they realise I'm walking past, they're like, oh, all right, whatever. I don't know if you can hear him, but that baby in particular is shouting. He's shouting his little head off. So, I'm gonna have to cross that weird little post. But I think it's the right thing to do. I don't want to upset anyone. So, yeah. I'm just gonna avoid the babies and right now avoid the bogs as much as possible. This is called improvising, adapting, and overcoming in real time. The sun. I feel like I've just been rewarded for making the right decision there. That definitely was the right way because there's literally a bridge for people to get across, and we have this little stile situation here. But and a public footpath sign down there on the floor. But I think this is the right choice. I don't want to disturb anyone, and because I'm not sure, I'm just going to go with my gut and go this way. That might be silly, but I just don't want to scare the little lammies. So I'll let you know when we're back on course. They're just so cute. Look at that little baby. Okay, sorry guys, I'm going. What a view that is. I want to live there. The sheep are probably laughing at me like, idiot human has gone the wrong way. It's like, look guys, I just don't want to freak you out, okay? Doing it to be nice. Britain has the strangest public footpaths ever because, like, A, that is the tiniest sign, and B, like, this is just either side of someone's house, but I think this is the little cut through I saw on the map, so I guess I'm giving it a go. Let me just see. Yeah, that's the public footpath, so oh, that's a lunge. I've got short legs, do they not know? I think this might be a path less travelled, shall we say. And there's still sheep on the other side. Guys, I don't want to upset you. But I think that's the only way I can go. Looks like it, so I'm just gonna have to do it. Thank God we have navigated the lambs. They're all just staring at me in the background. So it's so scary. I don't really know what the rules are, but I think, you know, public right-of-way. There were public right-of-way signs, but it always just feels a bit weird, especially when it's all a bit run down, like no one ever uses it. But I feel like crossing this stile, I'm in. Isn't it stunning? Right, let's make sure I'm going the right way. It feels good to be outside, and I'm so happy that the sun's come out. So that wind was kind of cutting through me. There's a little public footpath sign. I think it's actually staying in the field a bit longer. Yeah, this is the right way. Oh, no wind. away. And there is a sheep in here, but hopefully they don't mind me too much. This hill is killing me off a bit, but the view is worth it. Also, look at this cool tree. That's fun. Anyway, I'm going to continue. Guys, that was my first ever attempt at doing the classic hiking influencer thing of putting your tripod down, walking away, walking back. Oh, I just saw a rabbit. Sorry. Walking back and then picking up the tripod and then carrying on. How did I do? Don't know if I'm in frame, don't know if I'm in focus, but it's my first time, okay? Not used to this filming my hikes malarkey quite yet, especially not on my own. Another fun style coming up, this time of the wall step variety, one of my faves. Oh, okay. This makes me feel like I've gone the right way. I'm in the right place, and I'm not trespassing in some random farmer's field. Now that looks like a nice little divot to sit in, but also look at that. That's nice. You know how out of breath I am, but let's see, is this a good sit spot? Oh yeah. Imagine rolling down that. I think it might be too much to roll down for me. God, this whole route has felt like I'm not where I'm meant to be. But I definitely am where I'm meant to be on the map. It's just that I think some of the farmers have wanted to stop the public footpath, and to be fair to them, it is their land, I guess, but yeah, it's just really confusing to know where to go, because I don't want to trespass on like their actual homes. I just had to stop and ask a farmer who was like mowing his grass and just asked like, am I going the right way? Is this a public footpath? Because I don't want to trespass and disturb any of his livestock, and you know, I wouldn't want someone in my garden. Yeah, it's so scary, like asking for help when you're on your own. Especially when you're on someone's land, like the horror film watcher in me is just thinking like, great opportunity for a kidnapping. But yeah, he was nice and he pointed me in the right direction, so I think he took pity on me. But yeah, I doubt he likes people on his land, even if it is a public right of way. Maybe that's a discussion for a future video, because I'm all for letting people have the right to roam, having access to nature, but then again, I don't own much nature at all. I have a tiny little garden, and I wouldn't want people in my garden, like I said, but can't hold these nice landscapes. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that topic yet. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I think interactions like that are so much scarier when you're on your own, and you don't know how people are going to react. Yeah, he just pointed me down this drive, and I think I'm on the right track now. Yeah. All trail says yes, so you know, all this drama is making me hungry, and you can probably hear this. Hopefully you've been able to hear my voice the whole time, but it's super windy. And that's just kind of adding to my anxiety because, you know, it's, if you've watched my other videos, you know that we scrambled across Creeper Gulf in 60 mile per hour winds, unplanned. We did not plan for there to be 60 mile per hour winds. Forecast is 15, but yeah, because of that kind of life-threatening experience, going on hikes when it's windy kind of just triggers this fear response in me. But at least I've got a nice view that I'm walking towards. I think we'll have a little rest spot soon. Hopefully find somewhere that's a bit more sheltered from the wind. And then I'll be able to chat to you a bit more and have some much needed lunch. Okay, see you in a bit. Imagine having that view when you go to put your bins out. That's where the farmer I've had to ask is. And he has to trek all the way up there with his bins. Maybe I don't want to live here. That seems like a nightmare. I say as I'm willingly walking to no destination. Right, where are we going? Don't know if you can hear this, but the sky is looking a bit intimidating over there. I've had to make the switch over to beanie because it's just too windy. I was going to lose my hat. But yeah, it is chilly. I'm definitely going to have to find a sheltered spot for lunch. Wish me luck. I'll be honest, guys. I've hit a low point. Okay, I've been revitalised a bit because I've just seen that the elevation is almost at the downhill point. I've just got a bit more uphill to go. But just navigating like right of way is so difficult. And I think because I'm on my own, there's more pressure for me to get it right. You know, there's no one I can talk it through with. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's also because of the wind, I'm just feeling a bit anxious, which seems really silly, I know, but can't help how I feel. There's a cyclist on the way down here. That kind of makes me feel a bit better, actually, because I know that this is actually a road, but it's nice to see some life. Apparently, I have 9.4 kilometres remaining, meaning I've only done 5.6, but that's all of the elevation out of the way, pretty much. Just got a tiny little bit left. Ugh, the wind. But I'm just a bit worried that I'm going to come into the same problems, like on the other side, because it's a big circular, and I don't... Oh, there's a sheep staring at me. Can you see them? They were just eyeing me up. Yeah, I don't want to come into the same problems and feel like I'm trespassing. When I know I'm not, it's probably right of way, but you know, it feels a bit like I'm trespassing when I think the landowners clearly don't actually want anyone there. It's just that they kind of have to let people come in. You can see behind me, literally no public right of way sign there. So I don't know, it's just, I don't want to, and to top it off, I've just seen a few specks of rain. Lovely. I'm going to put my jacket on. Yeah, taking this as my moment. Jacket is going on. Let's plant you down here. There's just too much going on. Thought I didn't have it then. Oh, that was a panic moment. So a little pack away one. But I think it'll do. It's only spitting at the moment. And I'm hoping that there's nothing too bad, because I was promised good weather. And I know you should never, ever trust the weather forecast, but you know. Checked it just before we left. Even checked it on the car on the way here. No rain. What happens? Rain straight away. I'm probably gonna have to put you away because, yeah, it's starting to rain now and I don't want you to get wet. So I'll catch up with you later. I'm just gonna try and power through some of this trek, and I think I feel a bit better when I've made some ground, because I don't want to be stuck out here in the dark. On the plus side, this rain smells really nice, so silver lining. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. This isn't the look I thought I was going to have today, but it's the one we've got. I didn't even pack my nice jacket. This is just a little pack away one, but wow, glad I brought it. There it is. Storm alert. It's stunning though, so I'll take it. It's still only spitting, but I've taken the plunge and I've decided I'm gonna eat my lunch in the rain. But you know what? I feel happier now. I think I literally just needed that first bite and remembered that the rain smells nice. And I'm enjoying myself again. Lovely scenes behind me. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. I feel a bit silly, but I don't know if I should take a detour into the nearest town, which is Buxton down there, because I don't know, it's just super windy. This is a ground nesting bird area, and I don't want to disturb any of them. You can walk through it, but I don't know. I feel like I don't want to. I just don't want to disturb anything. I don't know, because I think it'll be a pretty short hike, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not enjoying it to its full potential. That's on me because I'm just being a bit of a wuss. But also, weather normally doesn't bother me. I like hiking in the rain. But I don't know, I just feel so uncertain, which is weird for me because I'm normally so independent. What is my hair doing? Sorry, slightly fixed the fringe. Yeah, I think I'm just feeling uncertain about what I'm doing. And I'm second guessing myself, even though I know that it's okay for me to be here. It's right of way. The ground nesting birds are fine with me as long as I stick to the path. But I see that town down there and it's just calling me in. I think I'm just tempted to, well, one, go for a wee. And that I would do in the town. But two, get a brew in me. See if there are any other walks that aren't up on this ridgeline. I'm sick of ridgelines, man, especially in the windy conditions like this. I don't know what speed winds these are, but it's only taken my hat off a couple of times. And, you know, I'm quite enjoying sitting here on this little pile of rocks. This is quite pleasant, actually. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Wind, man. Okay. I think this is deciding it for me. I'm gonna head to the town. Okay, I've just perched behind this wall because it is instantly windy above it. but I think it's about a 40-minute walk to Buxton. I look ridiculous with this hood on. It's just keeping my hat secure, okay? It's about a 40-minute walk to Buxton, so I'm gonna do it, you know. The idea of going to a charity shop and just browsing through excited me. And to be honest, I feel kind of satisfied. I'm a bit disappointed. I wish, you know, I wish I felt something a bit more profound from this experience, but I think maybe in the summer I'll feel happier about it. But yeah, I think I've kind of gotten what I wanted from it. I've done the first bit of hiking by myself, bit chaotic. Things have happened that kind of made me not feel secure. But yeah, I'm just gonna take my wins, cut my losses, and head to civilization. Maybe look through a charity shop as a little treat. But yeah, I'll catch up with you back home. So, some key takeaways from my first solo hike. So number one, make sure you're prepared for any weather possible and don't trust the weather forecast app. Don't even trust any more reputable ones like the Met Office or anything like that. Just assume it's going to be wrong and prepare for the worst. Okay, maybe don't prepare for the worst, like don't bother packing crampons in the summer, but I think if I'd packed my decent waterproof jacket instead of just a packaway one on this trip, I would have felt a lot more comfortable and frankly just a bit more protected from the elements from the get-go. I think just having that safety net is a bit more important when you're on your own, and it would probably make you feel a bit more reassured. Two, I'd make sure I read up on right to roam laws before going. Now, this is a pretty UK-centric law, but I know that other laws like this exist in other countries, so whatever your equivalent is, read up on that. Now, I have a pretty good understanding of public right-of-way, but because I was alone, I was just second-guessing myself the whole time, and I think I might have benefited from having a little printout of the route I was going and what public footpaths were on that route, as well as a little written bit with the laws regarding right to roam. No one did, you know, call me out on anything, but I think I would have felt a lot more confident armed with that knowledge and knowing that I can just, you know, reach in my backpack and read out my rights. That sounds so extreme, but there have been cases of, you know, landowners trying to intimidate walkers and hikers, and, you know, having that is probably just going to make you feel a bit safer. And finally, for number three, I would triple check my route and maybe even try and virtually take it like you can on all trails, or even just like look at the route on Google Maps. Obviously, you're not always going to see if there are obstructions. You know, it might not be an up-to-date image of the map, but you might be able to see if it's like a well-taken route or if it goes like in between houses and in fields more often than not. It is against the law for landowners, at least where I am, to obstruct public footpaths, but that doesn't mean that doesn't happen. Also, if you're a bit anxious to hike on your own as well, I would probably pick a trail that was more well-travelled and, you know, generally had a few more people around. I know a lot of us go hiking to get away from the masses, but it can just kind of keep the nerves down knowing that there are groups of different people around that you can go to if you need help, or, you know, just make you feel a bit more of a sense of community while you're out there. Essentially, I need to take my own advice because I 100% would have given this advice to anyone had they asked me. I just didn't follow it for myself for some reason. You know, I really thought picking a quiet trail would have, you know, made me feel more comfortable because I wouldn't see people, but seeing someone where you don't expect it is more scary than going somewhere expecting to see lots of people. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and have a more exciting or relaxing first solo hike, whatever you're looking for. If you want to learn how to pick a trail for your hike, you can check out my video on that in the description below. And thanks for watching. Oh, I'm spinning. Thanks for watching.